Two of the real entertainers of the competition clash in our first qualifying final. The attacking prowess of both the Dragons and the Panthers well renowned. These sides meet after finishing 4th and 5th after the 26 domestic rounds. And they'll take the field this way. Reece Wesser at fullback, Amos Roberts and Luke Rooney, the wingers. The centres, Ryan Girdler, Paul Fatawira comes into the run on side. At 5'8", Preston Campbell, Craig Gower, the halfback and the captain. A different looking back row, Danny Galea will start at lock. Trent Waterhouse moves into the second row with Shane Rodney. And up front, Joel Clinton, Luke Brittis and Martin Lang. Their interchange, Garrett Crossman and Richard Fa'oso. Then Pomeroy and Frank Pritchard, coached by Johnny Lang. And Ben Hornby will start as fullback. Played State of Origin earlier this season. Nathan Blacklock and Reece Simmons on the wings. Sean Timmins moves into partner Matt Cooper at the centres. At 5'8", and captain Trent Barrett, Matthew Head the halfback. Ben Cray starts at lock forward. Dean Young and Lance Thompson, workaholics in the second row. Brent Kite, Mark Riddell and Jason Riles. Coming off their bench, Ashton Sims, Justin Paul, Luke Bailey, his first game back for 4 months. Lincoln Withers in 17, coached by Nathan Brown.
Sean Hampstead's the man in charge of the game. Let's go. We've had plenty to say. Now it's to the business end. The finals are underway. Opening night of the finals and a clumsy start by the Dragons. It's left to Clayt to bring the ball out to meet the first defence. And he's put the ground on his own 10-metre line. Clinton and Prittis making that first tackle of the final. Martin Lang involved in that, along with his back rower, Galea. Now Cray. Easily the biggest match of his career. Riddell taken by Campbell up the top. The Dragons getting it to almost out of the 30-metre line. Again, Galea was involved. Thompson then going away to the right, throwing a pass, a chancy pass. Certainly on the first set of 6. Riles it was in position to catch it and make it look like a good one. Hornby kicks straight down the throat of Wesser. Wesser with the right hamstring heavily bandaged. Runs it out to halfway and the kicker was the tackler together with the number 7 Head. Now Roberts. Another departee. Martin Lang met by Thompson and by Dean Young. To the left they go, to the eastern grandstand side. Dummy by Gower. Then Rodney. Now on the outside and going straight down the line there. Rooney. Rooney short by about 8 metres. Played by Penrith. Gone to Gower. Gone to Waterhouse. Waterhouse has put it over the line. Panthers are in. Hampstead pointing to the spot. Waterhouse has scored.
Start from the Penrith Panthers on the back of Reece Wesser, taking the football on the full. They went to the left side, some bad defence here. The Dragons defender races up on the man, Sean Timmins, and he allowed Rodney to get in behind. That opened the space up for Luke Rooney. The lanky winger stepping inside, finally taken by Dean Young. A quick play the ball, Craig Gower goes to the line. Waterhouse got a try last week, strides into a gap. Riddell goes low, Cray high, but he slams the football down. What a start for the home team. Great stuff.
Was it what? And a simple defensive error by Sean Timmins out wide, that created the gap. And they finished it off beautifully. Trent Waterhouse back to form the last few weeks. He's been running like that very strongly. And a shock for the Dragons supporters and a shock for the Dragons team.
Girdler. 7 from 8 last week. He makes it 6-0. The Panthers. A sensational start for them. Andrew Voss sideline.
Well, I think the lounge room experts will probably be saying, well, that's a bit of bye lethargy, isn't it? The Dragons coming off the bye. Sloppy start straight from the kickoff, now conceding the first try. Look, you've got to score points to beat Penrith. You've got to score a lot of points. Only twice this year at home have they scored less than 20. So that has to be the target for the Dragons tonight. Get 20-plus points to beat the Panthers.
Hornby there. Kicking off for the Dragons. It's going down towards Preston Campbell in the in goal. And that is Galea coming away out to the 10-metre line for the men in black. Rodney with the green headgear. Playing in the second row. Rodney and Waterhouse, the pairing there with Galea listed at the back of the scrum. That's Clinton. Cray making the tackle with Dean Young. Now Martin Lang, again Thompson around the legs and Riles over the top. Just inside the 40-metre line. 6-0 in favour of the Penrith Premiers. Waterhouse, there's a penalty. A penalty against the defenders.
Yeah, they're bad penalties late in the tackle count. See here, 3 men in the tackle. Waterhouse striving on the ball, knocked out by one of the defenders. Or deemed that way by the referee, the touch finder. 43 out. Momentum with the Panthers.
Rodney. 35 away from the line. Thompson in 12 and Kite in 8 making the tackles. Now Clinton hits it up hard. And they pick Clinton up. They cheer him back. They cheer him back. Hampstead eventually says hell. He's not going anywhere. Back on the inside for Waterhouse. He got away from Riles. Jason Riles in number 10, missing him badly. Gower, long ball. He hits Girdler. He flick passes for Rooney. Rooney, close to the line again. A metre out from the corner post. Play back to Priddis now. Then for Gower. Lang ran the decoy. Campbell did the stepping. He's still stepping. He tries to line up a big man and isolate him. Riddell made the tackle. It's gone back to Galea. And Galea is right in front of the uprights. Last tackle now for the Panthers. A chance. Campbell to the air to Amos Roberts, but it's behind him and out on the fall.
Well, there might have been a lot of talk leading into this game about one side of the defence of the Penrith team, but the right-hand side for the Dragons at the moment is having all sorts of problems. Sean Timmins, not a normal centre three-quarter. He's being targeted.
Thanks, Paddy. Right, what it is, he's taking the player off the board. He's out on the full he's taking the player out of it. That's it.
Well, the argument is that Matthew Head has taken a player out in pursuit of the football. That would have been Amos Roberts. So it's a penalty to Penrith. Priddis finding the line, opting to go backwards, to go forwards. Now Lang running it at Riddell and Riles. They hang on. Priddis waits. They go left. They go to Gower. Gower then to Waterhouse. He's got number 2. Waterhouse has scored again. 4 minutes or a little bit more than that ago, he scored number 1. Waterhouse gets his second try.
No Pullatua, no Nullavow, but Trent Waterhouse. He's having a fine game outside of Craig Gower. This was the penalty against Matthew Head, deemed to have interfered with Amos Roberts. Nothing in that, nothing in it. We freeze it there. Look at the gap between these two defenders. Craig Gower will drift across and Trent Waterhouse will go through as play continues on the Bundy Rum Telestrator. There he goes into the gap. Too strong for Barrett. Crashes over next to the posts. It's a big call, that penalty.
Oh, the penalty. Well, the ball was out by 3 metres for a start. So I think that's a very poor call, but everything going Penrith's way and they're making the most of it. That man Waterhouse again, the Dragons, a very, very poor start by them defensively. They're terrible at the moment. They've got to hang in there.
Girdler to make it 12-0. 2 converted tries. They're on the board. Just under 7 minutes of the game gone, Andrew, sideline.
Oh, that is stunning. 7 minutes. The defending premiers put 2 converted tries on the board. It makes you think, what's the strategy here for St George Illawarra? Their last game 2 weeks ago, they came back from 34 to 10 down. One of the biggest comebacks in the history of our game. Came back from 24 down with 23 to go. The Dragons, they got heaps in them. They got heaps of points in them. They have to get on the board. They've got to get the ball.
Quite incredibly, they've beaten the Panthers in 3 of their last 4 games at Penrith. In fact, Penrith have only won 1 of the last 7 encounters against the Dragons, but they have won their last 4 games at home, amassing a huge points total, and they've picked it up. They've carried it into the finals. An amazing start for Penrith. Clinton it was who played that ball. Priddis ran it 35 away from his own line. Riles and Riddell making the tackle. Campbell, an immediate offload for Lang, met by Kite and Cray. And on the 5th and last, they're about 5 short of halfway. Priddis to Gower's right foot. Gower, who had that splendid game here last Friday. Hornby, 15 out from his line. The chase was good on the kick. Rooney, the tackler.
Chase was excellent. At the moment, the Dragons are trying to play with a lot of speed in their defensive line, but players are going up quicker than the man inside and out. They've got to slow that down a touch and make sure they go up together.
Simmons, one of about a half dozen players for the Dragons on finals debut. Riddell, headed dummy half. Barrett on the right foot. A long run for Wesser, down to his own 10-metre line, loses his footing. Beautiful day in Sydney. We had some rain earlier in the week, almost a summer's day. Played by Wesser inside his own 20, and the 17 is Fadawira. Will play with the Tigers next year. 20 out from his line. Big night already for Rooney as he runs out to the 30-metre line. 20 in from touch, eastern side. Girdler, neat little dummy, then an offload for Lang. And Lang is 8 metres short of the halfway line. Playing it back for Priddis to give it away to Clinton. Young Ben Craig got his head in the wrong place. He made the tackle on halfway now. Campbell goes to his right foot, and it's taken down there on the feet by Hornby. He comes to Campbell, and Campbell makes a driving tackle on him. Good tackle by the little fella, who cops a lot of criticism for missing tackles. His name always appears high on that list. This was a beauty.
He misses plenty, but he attempts plenty as well. That's a fine driving tackle there. The head in the right position. Applause by the teammates.
Now Riddell. St George coming off the bye. And I think they've lost their last 3 games coming off byes. Are we repeating ourselves again for the Dragons? That's a kick that has found the line, hasn't touched the corner post.
And the Dragons will appreciate this little respite here, because they've had to make 53 tackles compared to Penrith's 26. Penrith all the football. Just a nice slow walk to the scrum, settle things down, get set for another set of 6. They have missed a lot of tackles also, the Dragons. They just look a little bit rusty in the opening 10 minutes.
This is where the Dragons' experienced players need to come to the fore and just settle things down. 12-0 is a long way from being insurmountable. A lot of time left in this game. To say, let's start again, fellas. Don't look at the scoreboard. Get our game in order. And the best way to do that is through good defence.
Served by Gower. And that is Fadawira, who came from the blind side. Takes the tackle, but a dominating tackle by Riles and Young. They put him to ground for Rodney to make his attempt, the second on this set. Play back to Priddis now for Martin Lang again. 22 metres out from his own line. It is 12-0 in favour of Penrith as Gower runs, and then he gives a short ball to Waterhouse. Here comes Campbell. Campbell looms up. He goes away from Campbell. Now he goes back to him. Campbell, he scores. Try number 3. And Waterhouse has done it again. Oh, what a start. What a start. Talk about black magic. This is incredible.
Well, Trent Waterhouse was a bench player for them last year. Toured with the Kangaroos at the end of last season. A meteoric rise, and what a start. But put it down again as we freeze it there to Craig Gower coming to the defence, and good line running by the big man. Play continues. Puts it onto the chest. Matt Cooper was in 2 minds. He didn't know whether to stay out on Preston Campbell or go to Trent Waterhouse. Ben Hornby did a good job here, backing away, trying to allow his other defenders to come back and help. But unfortunately for the number 1, Waterhouse was able to get the arm free, put Campbell away. Lovely ball again from Gower. Why wouldn't you run off him?
And great hole running. Yeah, that's ordinary St George defence again, like a dog's hind leg was that defensive line, and Waterhouse summed it up beautifully. Then took the fullback on to commit him, to get on the outside of him, then wait for his support players to turn up. They came in numbers. Fadawira was there, but so was Preston Campbell. One-arm ball around the corner, and away they go, the Penrith Panthers. Have we ever seen a better start by a team in semi-final football?
Nathan Brown, he can't believe it. Nobody can. Girdler converts. 3 from 3. 18 points unanswered. And there they are, the Dragons, with the restart. Very adventurous. The Penrith second rowers, the boys they used to call the Hair Bears. And Trent Waterhouse is doing the job for both of them and himself at the moment. Martin Lang gritting the teeth and getting it outside the 20-metre line. Riddell forced to make a lot of tackles, as is the back row. Clinton gets it to 30. Cooper got involved in that tackle with Cray.
Trent Waterhouse getting plenty of raps early in this game, and deservedly so, but the front rowers, Lang and Clinton, they're laying the platform. Gower inside his 40.
And the kick is heading towards the sideline, but it's out on the full. And no, it's not. No, the flag is in the air. And welcome back. That ball on the other side of the break was touched in flight, and the player from St George Illawarra played with the ball. Thus, it was a scrum, and Penrith are on the attack again. Clinton, 2 metres from the line. Play that you saw before the break, just repeating, was touched in flight, played at, intentionally played at. The scrum was set, and Penrith therefore on the attack again. Priddis goes for it, he's there! Priddis has got another try. Penrith have got number 4.
And it's very simple stuff from the Penrith Panthers. So strong, just taking the football forward, no regard for life or limb. And the defence of the Dragons is not coping with it, not handling it. The Clive Churchill medal winner from last season gets the 4th try. That was the attempted charge down by the Dragons player. There you can see the judge giving that signal. And 5 rucks later, Priddis goes out of dummy half. As we freeze it there, you can see that these players are coming up and just watching, and as play continues, he just slides in behind. A staggered line once again.
Yeah, it's too easy. Too easy for Penrith. The Dragons, it's really ordinary defence, not committed to the tackle. No oomph in that tackle. Mark Riddell just fell off. But Luke Priddis, give him some credit. He's the best dummy half in the business. He's an expert at scoring tries from close distance. He put one up on his opposite there. Well done, Luke Priddis.
Well, Girdler has never seen it this easy. Fittingly, his final game at Penrith. 4 tries have been scored and 4 of them have been converted. The St George Dragons are absolutely stunned. 24-0 down after 18 minutes. 6 in front of the clock, Andrew.
And Ray, Nathan Brown making his first changes right now for the night. Luke Bailey for Brent Kite. Lincoln Withers about to come onto the field as well. Matthew Johns on the sideline we're watching. This is just an amazing start. What do the Dragons do now?
You know, it is amazing. They can't chase points though, Bossy. When you chase points, you dig a hole deeper for yourself. They've got to settle down. They've come to an attitude here tonight, I think, the St George Illawarra side, to score points. They've got to settle down and get back to defence and field position.
So Rodney is tackled just outside the 10-metre line. Penrith end of the ground. Galea just inside the 20. Lang. I thought they might have had some respite with that ball from Gower, but then the touch judge was right on the job. The man that went in for the charge down got a hand to it, and another try. So Waterhouse is banged to the ground this time. Hit by Bailey. Now Campbell puts in a kick, going close to the line. He couldn't take a chance, Reece Simmons. Away he goes over towards Hornby. But he's pulled down by Galea wearing 15. Then from head, now to Barrett. Barrett decides to take them on. Rodney makes the tackle. Might have been a head clash there. Thompson put down by Craig Gower. No nonsense tackle either. Now Bailey. Riddell. Riles. Riles and Bailey haven't seen much of each other this year. Barrett. Very, very high kick from Barrett. Underneath it is Wesser. And Wesser comes down with it, even though he had a battle with Amos Roberts. Here's Rooney. And Thompson wins the battle between attack and defence. Girdler taken by Young and Timmins. And the 30-metre line is behind Penrith now. This is going to take, quite obviously, a huge performance. Wesser into the back line, firing it across to Whareroa. 24-0 the score. One change made by the Dragons. Here comes Nathan Blacklock.
The Panthers have had a lot of success on the left side of the field, but I think they might fancy their chances on the right as well. Matthew Head is playing in the defensive line, one in from the winger. On that occasion, he took Reece Wesser, but I think they might target Matthew Head when possible down this side of the field.
Riles right on halfway. Taken down by Lang and Waterhouse. From Riddell to Head to Thompson. Thompson goes through. Almost does break through. Over the 40. Barrett got a quick play of the ball. Then he puts in a kick. Out it goes towards Simmons. Beautifully taken there by Roberts. Former Dragon heading for the Roosters. Wesser. Clinton. 30-metre line. Thompson and Young making the tackle. Rodney runs straight at Riddell. Riles and Timmins combine to add some weight to the tackle. Then Priddis goes to the blind, goes to the captain, goes to Gower. Gower is tackled near the halfway line. Tremendous crowd in. Campbell kicking from outside the 40, but it's turned back in.
And Hornby looking to pick up. Reece Simmons decides better option to be tackled 10 out. A wonderful 21 minutes from Joel Clinton. He's now come off, and they won't lose anything in work rate with Garrett Crossman out there. Just keep an eye out making that tackle. Jersey 14 got the blonde curls.
Barrett. Here's Cooper. Roberts came in, took the gamble, wrapped up Cooper. 4 tries in one of the games this year against the Penrith Panthers did Matt Cooper. Riles outside the 40-metre line, taken by Crossman. And then Riddell puts the kick in on 5, down and over the dead ball line.
I reckon that kick there's an indication of the night that the Dragons are having. When that ball bounced, it could have sat up, sat around the in-goal area, and the Dragons might have had a chance to chase and get good field position. It immediately accelerated to the dead ball line. We come out to the 20, Penrith football.
Yeah, just an example of their play there, Peter, in that set of 6. Trent Barrett went wide early in the second tackle, and all to no avail. The Penrith defence up the metre. They need to get some metres up the middle full first.
2 changes now made by the Dragons. Crossman plays the ball. Here is Galea. He's been handy every time they've called on him. And they have been not travelling as smoothly injury-wise lately. Gower, 9 metres from halfway, the defending premiers sailing sweetly. Crossman for Priddis. Priddis over halfway, hand in the face of Timmins, gets rid of him, gets it to Rooney. Rooney for Girdler, puts it down. Dragons with the advantage. 20 metres out from their own line, played over there by Hornby. The ball has come away for Young. Young is tackled from Rooney from behind. Now for Bailey. The specialist advised him, though giving him a clearance, advised him not to play. Head, Riles. Penrith meeting them on the ad line. Blacklock, Head, little kick. Cooper's after it. Roberts turns, chases, cleans up. And is tackled inside his own 30-metre line. Tackled by Cooper and Simmons. Now Wesser. Opening game of a live weekend of rugby league on the Nine Network. Here's a good run from Whareroa, ending under Bailey and Thompson. Gower, Lang, almost to halfway, 3 metres short of it. Tackled by Riles, Rodney. I dare say some of the men in the red and white jumpers have done that much defending. Even if you gave them the football, they'd be too tired to run. kick by Wesser. Came off the back of Cray, and then Cray comes up with the ball. Fair play. Cooper.
I'm short and involved.
A little bit of concern out there for Paul Fatawira as we see that scuffed kick there by Reece Simmons. Kicked more ground than football. Fatawira just a little bit proppy on his leg. Keeping an eye on him as Thompson inside the 10.
Galea, diving, cutting tackle down low. Withers on to head. Head away to Bailey. Bailey held by Rodney. Arm hadn't touched the ground. Thought about passing. Withers for Barrett. Barrett across the line. Cray is with it. Tackled by Campbell. Diving on top was Waterhouse. Hornby now for Ashton Sims. Out the back for Withers. Couldn't get a catch on it. And it's with Priddis for Penrith. Oh, you could feel that tackle. 3 of them. And troubles continue for Fatawira. Girdler taken by Head. He's also on debut in finals football. Rodney just inside the 30-metre line. Sims and Dean Young making the tackle with Lincoln Withers. Crossman. And again, Bailey and Cray making the tackle. Lang. This is what they're doing so well. They're getting good quick play the balls away. And Martin Lang loves that sort of stuff. He'll take it up like this all day long, as many times as you want him. He'll be there. Campbell's kick is nicely weighted. Hornby to come back. He thought about going towards the sideline, but then stepped in field, and Campbell made the tackle. Cooper across the ground. Tackled inside the 20-metre line. 24 unanswered points scored by Penrith. And what a game for Trent Waterhouse. 2 tries, laying another on. But there's a long, long way to go. And the Dragons' record against Penrith, out of 11 meetings since '99, it reads 8 wins to the Dragons, 3 to Penrith. Thompson to halfway. Crossman making the tackle with Gower. Head, middle kick, looking for Blacklock. Blacklock gets the kick away. Blacklock's in pursuit. Wesser will beat him, but the dead ball line beats them both as we take a break. Friday night football, 24-0, Penrith in front. Time taken with the ball returning for Lang to take it out. Thompson, Young making the tackle. Crossman, he's lost it. Welcome back live to Penrith Stadium. Good news for the Dragons. It might only be just a little bit of a crack in the veneer, but Crossman taking it up on the 3rd tackle, loses the ball. There's no steal. Dragons ball, middle ground, 30 out. Down 24-0. Head. Cooper. Beats one. Beat the tackle of Fatawira. Got it away to Head. 16 is on for the Panthers. Fayoso. 25 metres out from the line. Sims. Lang. Rodney making the tackle. One of the young lions that the Dragons have based their future on. Barrett for Young. Young almost stepping through. Now they're 12 metres out from the line. Barrett again. Barrett goes himself and is a couple of metres out from the line. Tackled by Rodney and Priddis. He's taken Priddis out as well. Now Hornby. Hornby unloads. It's gone into touch. Gone into touch. I thought he might have gone back and put a penalty on Barrett.
Yeah, they're becoming very frustrated, the Dragons. Haven't had too much football down in this part of the world. Good cut-out pass, and Hornby gets into some space. But Reece Simmons, it's just a very poor pass. Simmons standing still, not running onto it. So nothing going right for the Dragons. Now they've got the task of defending and keeping Penrith down in this part of the world.
And in that last set of 6, Ryan Girdler was sweating on an intercept off Trent Barrett. These circumstances, Barrett might throw a couple of chancy passes. Girdler is the man to get in the line and take one.
Girdler a dummy half now for this run by Waterhouse. Lang. Well, he's entitled to be crouched over. He's really given a top opening 30 minutes to this game. Tribute to the man. Crossman made the mistake, but fortunately for him, it's been thwarted. As Campbell's kick heads for the dead ball line, it'll roll away down into that corner. Nothing wrong with that. You've got a big lead. Set your line. Wind down the clock even, if you like, even this early in the game.
It's been a feature of their first half hour out here. The kick chase from the Panthers. Don't go to sleep yet. There's a long time to go in this game. And that's what the Dragons have to realise and believe, that they've got to play with structure, because there is still the major part of this game to go. It's a big mountain to climb, but they've climbed it once in the last couple of weeks. I've got to believe they can do it again.
Thompson losing the ball, went backwards. Withers recovers. Timmins again on the halfway line. One of many, many stars that the Dragons have got out there that can lift them out of this mire. Head kicking, players looking to be onside. Ball is batted back and down. Waterhouse, Campbell joins in and is run down from behind by Cooper. Now for Roberts on the halfway. Here comes Clinton, running through Sims. He hangs on to make the tackle together with Withers. Priddis, he gets it away. Fayoso, he will play it. 28 out from the line. The Penrith juggernaut just keeps coming at you. Roberts linking up with Wesser. Wesser, an inside ball. 15 out from the line. Wide for Gower. Even wider behind a decoy. Now it's with Girdler. Girdler's 10 metres out from the line. Rooney back for Gower. And the kick from Gower. Looking for Roberts. Isolating Simmons. Well, did he play the ball or did he play the man? It is Cooper with the ball. Cooper for the Dragons outside the 30-metre line and pulled down.
And Cooper had a man unmarked on the outside in Reece Simmons. Couldn't find him.
Simmons
letting go. Come on.
just beyond the 40-metre line as Withers makes a darting run away. It's a good run, 15 metres down to the Penrith 40-metre line. Suddenly Penrith on their bicycle as Head gets a pass out the back for Hornby. And he's wrapped up and tackled by Pomeroy, I fancy, is on out there now in jumper number 18. And Sims, oh, he puts Young through a gap, and Blacklock. Blacklock is away. That is a record try for Blacklock. Magic moment for Nathan Blacklock. Scores his 100th try for St George Illawarra.
And the Dragons fans scream hallelujah. It all came from this. Everyone missed it. Matt Cooper just popped up into his arms. He had support and Reece Simmons couldn't find him. And then there's a question mark over this pass, I think, from Ashton Sims. There's no doubt that's forward. Referee Sean Hampstead had a long, hard look at it. And then the inside ball. Nathan Blacklock under the sticks. It's a long road back. They've just started on their way, the Dragons.
Well, Head's about to attempt conversion. Blacklock. 100 tries for St George Illawarra. Over 140 in his career. He leaves for Hull next year. Matthew Head converts the Nathan Blacklock try. 24-6 after 34 minutes, Andrew sideline.
Yeah, well, what you've seen there, it's highlighted what the two benches can offer. Look, it is a forward pass, but certainly the impact that Ashton Sims can have and his mates on the bench. Justin Pauw's just been sent out there, Luke Bailey, Lincoln Withers. You line that up against the Panthers, not much experience there. Crossman, Fayoso, Pomeroy, Frankie Puletua. The Dragons fans are already praying. I think we're in for a big night, Ray. I think this is going to be something special this second half.
Oh, he wasn't praying, he was saying thank you. He's already been answered.
Girdler. Right down to the try line where Luke Bailey runs it out 18 metres from the Dragons line. Over to Barrett, who just juggled there for a moment. Let the defence come up on him a little bit more quickly.
This is a huge 5.5 minutes to half-time for both teams, but especially Penrith. An 18-point lead going into the break is a lot healthier than 12. All of a sudden, they're starting to look over their shoulder at what's coming at them.
This has Ben Hornby, wrestled down by Clinton and Campbell to the halfway line. That is Justin Poor, another of those youngsters I was talking about when I was making the comment on Ashton Sims. As Withers puts in a kick, Wesser watching it go dead. So back to the 20-metre line for the restart. 24-6, 35 gone.
Yeah, he's made a difference too since he's come on. Lincoln Withers, his smart play out of dummy half. I think you're better off leaving him on, maybe getting Mark Riddell back on as a running back rower, where he can be quite damaging as well. But he's gone pretty well, Lincoln Withers.
Clinton then from the restart. Tackled by Thompson and Bailey. That's Pomeroy. Picked up and driven onto his back by Sims. They're the tackles the coaches love to see. Now we have Fayoso.
You mentioned work rates, Ray. The back rowers, Dean Young, 27 tackles. Lance Thompson, 26 for the Dragons. That's how much defence they've had to do.
An explosive start to the game for this man playing the ball. Waterhouse, 2 tries, late on another. I haven't seen anything quite so auspicious in the opening final as Prittis puts in a low kick. It's lovely. It's a lovely pick up by Head. And then a very good tackle by the kicker, Prittis. Cooper about 7 or 8 metres from the halfway line. Here's Thompson. Withers using Sims again now. Waterhouse doing the defending that time. Withers for Head and then for Barrett, and inside for Big Bailey. Bailey inside the 20-metre line. Here they go again. Hornby scores. The Dragons are coming back. 24-10. The kick from right in front.
And finally something to cheer about for the Dragons. Rapid fire tries, one after the other. Trent Barrett read it beautifully. John Lang not happy with this kick. It's the first poor kick they put in the opening half, and they're going to pay the penalty. That's his reaction. Didn't like it. Now Trent Barrett goes to the right-hand side. Goes to the line. As we freeze it there, you can see that this man just doesn't have the speed to get across and close the gap. Play continues. Inside ball. Beautifully taken by Luke Bailey. His first game in 4 months sets it up for Ben Hornby under the posts. We've got a 12-point ball game. They are back in it.
It's been a great comeback by the Dragons. All they've needed was 50% of the football. They've had that in the last 15 minutes, and they put on 2 tries. And that's a great effort by Luke Bailey. First game back in, 4 or 5 months. He timed that pass beautifully back to Hornby. And the Dragons letting Penrith know they're right in this match as we come up to half-time.
Well, suddenly, I can hear the chant in the background from the red and white army. There's another 2. They're halfway back. 24-12, Andrew Voss.
Bulk of that Dragons army is at the northern end of the ground in the first half, so the Dragons running towards them. Look, if the fans came here tonight with an appetite for tries, they've been well nourished. This is a Friday night roast to kick off the final series. 6 slashing tries in the first half. Incredible first 40 minutes of football.
Nathan Brown, the reaction to his team's second try of the night.
He was saying, go Bull, go Bull. That's the nickname for Luke Bailey. And as Paul pointed out, Bailey did beautifully there. Drew the fullback, got the ball away at the right time, and here he comes again.
I suppose what the Dragons fans and the Dragons players will keep in the back of their mind is that 2 weeks ago at Cogra they were down 34-10 with about 20 minutes to go, and end up, that was to Manly, end up winning that 36-34. So they know they can score points and get back into the match.
Justin Poor, tackled by Prittis and Campbell. As the Dragons, in the last minute now of the first half, head up towards the halfway line. As Barrett puts in a kick. And it's a long run back there for Girdler, and it finds the line. I don't think it got any help from Girdler. Or Rooney it is.
Yeah, Trent Barrett would have liked this kick to have stayed in. coming into the final minute of this first half. Too many bounces have favoured them. They'd have liked that one to stay in so that Nathan Blacklock would have had a play at either the football or the opposition winger.
I can't work out the St George forwards. Well, I suppose I can. They didn't have the feed, obviously, but the moment the pack is ready to go down, that's when he has to call timeout. Neither of the forward packs wanted to do that. Well, what a first half of football. You've seen it. Half an hour of football with Penrith absolutely blitzing the Dragons, but the Dragons have come back in the last 10-15 minutes with two superb tries. They can come from behind. 24-12 is the halftime score. I find that hard to believe that any game would be easy, as Hornby takes us into the second half, the finals on the wide world of sports, and this is Pomeroy coming back to be met by Barrett. And now it's Crossman, who's tackled just inside the 20-metre line. I've talked about players on debut in finals. They've got 6, the Dragons, 5, the Panthers. But it is to be kept in mind that the Panthers have done so well tonight with so many of their stars missing. Waterhouse reaching the 30-metre line. I think they took even the crowd by surprise. Clinton, heavy collision there with Sims. Young gets through a lot of work in 11, doesn't he? Now it's Campbell. Charge down attempt by Withers, but he got a good kick away. And here's Rhys Simmons coming back beyond the 20-metre line, almost to the 30. Header dummy half. Cuts out Hornby, passed over his head. Then it's gone over to Young. And taken in the 3-man Penrith tackle. Timmins is taken by the marker. Blacklock wrestles with Rooney. Rooney wins the battle. He was strong in the opening exchanges. Rooney down that left side in front of a packed Eastern grandstand. Halfway line, Bailey. Now for Barrett. Barrett inside for Sims. And he is singled out by Pomeroy, who gets some assistance there from Fayoso. Head goes blindside. Now puts a left foot kick into it. Going back over to the right side of the ground. Left side for Penrith's attack. Rooney.
And psychologically, the next try in this game is absolutely critical for these two teams. The Panthers can extend their lead. That's a springboard to success. For the Dragons, if they were scored upon, then that might just break their spirit as the Panthers look to work it out. 25 from their own line.
Girdler and Rooney both able to put another phase into it. 17 with that leg strapped is Fadawira. Just outside the 30-metre line, early stages, second half of the first semi-final. Clinton knocks on in his own territory. 38 metres out from his own line.
That's the break the Dragons needed early in their second half. It's a shame for Joel Clinton. He's been very, very strong up front tonight. He and Martin Lang have run the ball terrific. And he'll have to work a little bit harder now in defence, Joel Clinton, to make up for that one. And you mentioned Trent Waterhouse had a great first half in attack. He also made 23 tackles, so he's having a blinder, Waterhouse.
Head. Timmins coming in, taking the first part. 30 metres away from the line. Header dummy half, Bailey. Pomeroy might have let that tackle slide up a little bit high. Nothing said. Priddis making the tackle. Withers, head, getting it on to Justin Paw. To the 10-metre line, pulling them down the ground. Sims, head is there. Now Barrett turns back on the inside for Hornby, and he's met by Pomeroy. Good read by him. Priddis, as you know, is always there. Withers, Barrett again. Barrett, Campbell, intercepted by Preston Campbell. Here's a foot race at the halfway line. Here's Cooper. Cooper's coming after him. He won't make it. Campbell runs 90 metres. Preston Campbell, former Dally M winner, 95 metres intercept.
And what a blow landed early by Penrith. Spoke about Trent Barrett and intercept passes in the first half. Thought it might have been Ryan Girdler, the recipient, but it was Preston Campbell who got himself up near that man. The situation begs for points as we freeze it there. Preston Campbell is in line with the attacking players as play continues. Trent was always going to throw a couple of passes that maybe he just didn't want to. A bit risky. He didn't have the pace to go with Campbell. Cooper looked to be making an impression. But Preston Campbell, too much speed, and that is a huge try.
Well, the Dragons play with a very flat attacking line. They're looking for some Penrith player to come up out of the line in defence, and someone did, and it was Preston Campbell, and he swooped and then ran 90 metres. Barrett was hundreds and blowing. Matt Cooper came late, but Preston Campbell, will-o'-the-wisp, and look at him go. Is that the try that will seal the victory for Penrith tonight?
The flying machine, Cooper. He gave him too much start. It is converted. Preston Campbell's intercept, 90-metre try. Andrew Voss sideline.
Well, he was like a piece of tumbleweed, wasn't he, Preston Campbell, with a gale at his back. The further he went, he just kept on going, little Preston. Doesn't weigh much heavier than a bit of tumbleweed either. At half-time, just in the Panthers room, Ray, we heard from Nathan Brown from the Dragons side of things. John Lang just thought that the Panthers had let the Dragons back into the game in the first half. He thought they'd lost a bit of their own structure coming up to half-time. They want more field position in their second half. A reminder for those Dragon supporters, round 25, after 53 minutes, you trailed 34-10 and still won. We could be headed for a similar scoreline to that in a matter of 7 or 8 minutes.
15 out from the line. Played by Fayoso. Now Pomeroy running into Thompson and Young. 20 out, centre ground. They're defending the southern end of the ground, Penrith. Crossman met there by Bailey and Young. This has been an inspired effort by Bailey. Priddis met again by Young and Timmins. Bailey hasn't played since round 9. That was the only game that he and Riles actually played together in. Clinton now.
And for a front rower, a petrol injury is, well, it's awful. Up on the chest there, that's where they do a lot of the collision work, the tackling. And Bailey hasn't shirked any of it. Hornby, centre field, forced back towards his own 20.
Done a lot of tackling, this man in 18. Guy called Pomeroy. He and Clinton made that tackle. Sims taken by Fayoso and Clinton. 30 out from the line. All the finals live over the weekend. All the finals, including the grand final, live on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Withers with a scamper. And he's clutched around the throat as he goes down into the tackle. Blacklock for Head. Head. Super Saturday tomorrow. You'll see both of those matches. Broncos Storm, North Queensland versus Canterbury. You'll see them both tomorrow night live. 30-12, ball finding the line. 30-12 Penrith. The Dragons, they needed to be the team to score next. They're still in it, don't get me wrong, but that was a psychological boost for the men in black.
Well, they're better off having a try scored early in this second half than 15 minutes in to extend that lead. Another feature of this game is the small amount of stoppages. We heard Bill Harrigan comment on Sean Hempstead's performance. Just 3 penalties to date. That's in 47 minutes of footy.
Good one. Campbell, awful pass, made to look good by that man again, Pomeroy. 12 out, dominant. And Young's in it again. So's Thompson, so's Blacklock. Waterhouse. Blacklock stays in the middle of the ruck. Combines there with Bailey to make the tackle. Waterhouse got up, barking at the referee. I'm not sure what about. Fayoso. 3 in that tackle. Justin Poore leading the way in 15. He's the front marker. Crossman. Withers made a dive at him. Withers tried to put one of those bullet shots on him. Martin Lang's about to come back into this game. He had a brilliant first 30 minutes. Admittedly, it's not a flash game that he plays, but my goodness, it was tradesman-like and workman-like, wasn't it? It's Blacklock now. Got his 100th try for St George Illawarra in the back end of the first half. 100 tries from 113 games. Simmons unloads. He might regret it. Thompson wins the battle. The battle of reaction was won by Thompson. Sims to the halfway. Taken by Crossman now. Played back for Timmins, and Timmins says, come on, let's go from dummy half. Scooting away, picking up 12 metres by the time he played the ball. Withers through to Head on to Hornby. Hornby has to be watched. Loves the inside ball, loves lurking behind the ruck, and he can really open you up. Head, very high kick. Wesser backpedaling and off the fingertips of Barrett.
22.
We will take a break. 30-12, Penrith leading. And an opportunity to welcome our overseas networks. Sky Sports in the UK. And of course, over in New Zealand. I know you're taking us tonight. Wherever you're watching our opening final, I hope you're enjoying it. And thank you for joining us, as you have done all year long.
Hands off now, let him go, don't work him.
Play is about 5 metres from halfway, with Fayoso playing it for Penrith. On the fourth tackle is being played out now. 30 points to 12. Girdler, it got a little bit sloppy there. Blacklock is with the ball, but he's also with a tackler in the shape of Wesser. Thompson this time. And on in jumper 19 for the Panthers is Frank Pulatua. Here's Kite, back for his second session. 6 changes made by both coaches, Lang and Brown. Riles is up to the 40-metre line. Waterhouse was the main tackler, but Little Preston had a go, had a little nibble. They call him an ankle biter. Trent Barrett. Now Young. He's proving not only in defence solid, we knew that part of his game, but he's made a couple of very handy breaks tonight. Head on the last, and again St George go high. Campbell looks to jump. Bailey puts a hand ball down. It's on the in goal. There's work. Oh! And Craig Gower. He almost made the biggest of embarrassing mistakes.
Yeah, good little kick here by Matthew Head, and Blacklock from nowhere comes streaming through. And Gower looked over his shoulder, knew he was coming, but the bounce of the ball, and Blacklock made a play for it, nearly got it.
So line drop out for Penrith. Nathan leaves for England next year. Here's the drop kick. It's along the ground, almost a mully grubber. Hornby for Riles. Campbell around the legs. Waterhouse up the top as they pump away at the Penrith right side. Paul, 20 out, 10 in. Head. Now Barrett. No, it's not Barrett. It's Kite. Working around, but taken to ground again by Lang. Here's a chance. Head with as it is. It's tackled a couple of metres from the line. Played back to Hornby, now to Head. Cuts out Thompson. Picks up Timmins. Here's a try for the Dragons. Scored by State of Origin hero Sean Timmins.
Nice vision there from the halfback Matthew Head as Nathan Brown barks instructions. Time is still their friend. It will quickly become their enemy. As they come wide, their second man plays, we freeze it there. That man obscured now is Ryan Girdler, who's raced in, and that allows Sean Timmins to come round on the outside as play continues. Beautiful pass over the top. Girdler can't reform in time. It was one-on-one Rooney and Blacklock, but it was open space for Sean Timmins.
Yeah, once again, poor defence, but a great ball from Matthew Head, which put Sean Timmins into some space, and really no one laid a hand on him. Luke Rooney tried to turn and chase, but it was all too late for him. And so once again, just when I think the game is gone, the Dragons score, they get themselves back into it. An important kick, this one, from Matthew Head to get them back to just behind by 12.
Head is 8 in. 20 out from the western side. Slight breeze across the flight path to bring them to 2 converted tries again. Got it. Yeah, that's there if it's got the length. The flags are up. We are back where we resumed the second half. There's a 12-point buffer Andrew with Matthew John.
Yeah, spoke to you, Matty, midway through the first half about what you were feeling then. What are you thinking now? 26 remaining and 12 the difference.
Well, Vossi, at this point of this semi-final, I've been in this position on a couple of occasions. I've been behind by 14 and won a game, and I've led by 16 and lost a game. I can tell you, it's all about holding your nerve. That's you've got to forget about the scoreboard and just get out there and play.
Matthew probably talking about 97. Newcastle coming back from 18-0 down to beat Para 28-20. Now they've got Lincoln Withers to the 40-metre line. Tackled by Lang. Hornby taking it away for Barrett. You saw the head go back. It was a hard shot from Pulatua. Played back and away from Withers to Head. Head puts in a kick that's got Wesser running back into the in goal. Wesser comes off his line. The chase is good. Now the St George Illawarra enthusiasm. It's on cue now because he saw that chase and now they go bustling in. They take him dangerously close to that sideline. Wesser then comes in to try and relieve. 18 away from his own line. It's amazing what a try will do. Lift the confidence, lift the urgency. Lang, 22 metres out, 20 metres in from touch. Plays it over to Gower. They go quickly across to Rodney. Barrett hangs on. Fifth tackle. Rodney's in trouble. Rodney's in big trouble, I fancy. It's Campbell inside the 40, puts on a kick. Hornby crosses his own 40, comes back towards halfway.
And it's the Dragons captain that has lifted a couple of tackles ago. He ran like a rampaging second row, just took the ball up 1,000 miles an hour. Then he came up with a hurtful tackle on Rodney. He's lifted Trent Barrett.
Timmins tackled on the 40-metre line by the 15. Playing in this game at the back of the scrum, Galea. Dragons 28 out from the line. It's come through from Head, gone out to Riles, and Riles trying to make a break. Taken down by Pulatua. Barrett with the ball in the hands at the right time, puts in the kick. Up go the jumpers, down it comes off Penrith, back for Penrith, and Wesser is tackled. 12 out from his line. 56th minute of the game, 30-12 in favour of the Panthers.
And Shane Rodney is receiving attention to the left shoulder back play there. It was an important tackle by Barrett. He realised they were short in numbers, the Dragons defence. Came in and crunched him, and Rodney still troubled by that shoulder injury. Prittis out of dummy half and gets the penalty.
Smart play, Luke Prittis. Saw the markers, hadn't marked up properly, took them on, forced them to make a tackle. And gets them, well, a nice little rest for a start, and they'll gain 20 or 30 metres with a kick.
Smart play by Prittis. Markers were never direct as they find the line. They certainly did soak up some time in taking the kick. Now Pulatua, 35 out from the line. 22 minutes left in the game. Might be a little bit early to be thinking field goal, or maybe not. Maybe not.
No, another 10 minutes, Ray. Not this early.
Blindside shot for Lang. 20 metres out from the line. 15 in from touch. Eastern side with Gower now. Shows it. Knocked down by Barrett. So that really won't worry Penrith too much. They'll get the loose head and feed to a scrum 20 metres out, centre ground.
Yes, and Trent Barrett, lucky he stuck his hand out. That ball was heading straight to Preston Campbell. He was running through the gap which Trent Barrett had left. So he came up looking for the intercept, didn't get it, but saved a try in doing that.
That's the kind of defence that got them in trouble in the first 20 minutes of this game. People rushing up out of the line, attacking players getting in behind the ball. Carriers reading it well as Gower finds Wesser from the scrum win.
So the pressure is back on the Dragons now. First tackle, 20 metres out from the line. The Panthers with Prittis offloading for Galea. Almost to the 10-metre line. Paul was the tackler. Lang then passing before the line. Campbell, a high ball. That might have got some St George fingertips. It doesn't matter. It's play on. Went backwards. Hornby tackled on his own 10.
Oh, fellas.
And out of jail again there, the Dragons once again. Trent Barrett racing up, looking to make a tackle as now they go wide. Piggy Riddell brings it up just outside the quarter. Still going, great run.
Head gives it to Blacklock. Blacklock sprints away outside the 40-metre line.
L2, let him go now forward. Hands off.
Hampstead says play on. Played by Cooper now. Then Head. Inside ball for Paul. Now they try to hammer away up the middle of the Panthers. Here's Withers. Back for Head, then for Blacklock. And you can see that he feels there's an opportunity up the middle. Blacklock is hanging around in there. Won't go away. Won't go back to his wing. Here he is again. Swerving, stepping, passing. Came off the legs. Kicked into touch. Kicked over the dead ball line by Rooney. Line dropout. Good play, Nathan Blacklock.
Absolutely. He's been involved in the last 3 or 4 tackles right up the middle, runs some dummy half. Now this, I believe, comes off Trent Barrett's knees. So it's play on, it's no knock on. And there was just a hint of a chance the Dragons could get to that first, but Rooney, he was there.
And nice work, the fact that Nathan Blacklock knew it was the last tackle as well. Couldn't just die with the football. Referee was in great position to rule on that. He was in line with Trent Barrett. Matthew Head and his number 6 arriving pretty much at the same time. And timeout was just called as we had Trent Waterhouse just getting the boot ready and also giving his troops a rest.
20 minutes to go, Pete. 20 minutes to go. Gow with the line dropout. The big bounce straight to Blacklock. Riles powers it back to the 30-metre line. Taken down by Girdler. Timmins away for Young. Steps off his left foot. Jolting tackle from Prentice. Lang's hanging on. Young tried to play the ball while on the ground. Head back for Barrett. Oh, that's a good tackle. Rodney is okay, apparently, if he can make a tackle like that. Prentice, it was that was in the assisted tackle. Now it's out to Paul. They're 5 metres out from the line. Withers looks around for his playmaker. Gets it out to Head. Head does the dancing. Ran behind a couple of players. Hampstead said play on. Head is tackled by Rodney and Waterhouse. 10 out from the line. Withers. Barrett off the boot of a Panther back to Barrett. Did he play at it? He said yes, he played at it.
Got that from the touch judge.
Timmins to the blind side. Pulled down and tackled by an injured Panther. It's Prentice who is limping back into position. It's fired away to the left. Tight, Riles it is. Riles goes within 2 metres of the line. Now it's from Withers. Out it goes to Barrett. Barrett is tackled by Pulatua. 2 metres out. Played back to Withers. Then it's gone away to the halfback. Head. He's pulled down on tackle 5. Withers a dummy half. It's gone to Justin Poor. Poor is tackled, but he's short of the line. Turnover.
That is the kind of defence that denied the Roosters in last year's decider. That was a big set of 6 in defence, and the Panthers came up trumps. Bodies on the line, spirit intact. Now they come off their own line through Martin Lang.
Come on, Saints, come on with me, come on.
Waterhouse is off now for the Panthers. As Wesser takes it out to the 20-metre line. Tackled by Riles and Paul. That is Fayoso. Prentice looking around. And he lost the ball getting up. So we'll take a break. Dragons a chance at 30-18. You come back to us. The scrum has just been decided. It took an age to pack down as Young dummies to Timmins. 27 metres out from the Penrith line. St George, Illawarra chasing 30 points to 18. Riles, 20 metres out from the line, a 3-man Penrith tackle through Withers and Head. Then Barrett and Hornby. Hornby held by Fayoso. Barrett from dummy half himself, sneaking up through the middle, looking for a runner. Withers, Head, he kicks for Hornby, fielded by Prentice, and Thompson makes the tackle.
Yeah, I just reckon the Dragons are going the wrong way about this. Now it's all up the middle. You've got players like Reece Simmons and Matt Cooper.
Got a
They've
strip.
got the ball now. Blokes out wide, screaming for the football, can't get it.
One-on-one steal, and Thompson heads off for the try line. Thompson for St George Illawarra, 3 metres out from the line. Blacklock, out it goes to Head. Head gets it away. Brent Kite wrestled to the ground eventually. Will he get a penalty? Yes, he does.
Wait on.
Dragons penalty.
Who's there?
Matthew Head. Now Jason Riles shrugs off a couple, gets it away. Hornby, Withers' pass has gone to ground, and Campbell dives on it, but there's a knock on.
And a Penrith knock on. Oh no, he's got, the Penrith knock on the Dragons feed. Just got to remain composed here, St George Illawarra. This may well be the ball game for them. They must score in this next 4 or 5 minutes, make this pressure count. And just a little bit of frustration starting to set in.
Locks are in. Second row's in.
Just for a moment I thought Hampstead might have got that call wrong, but he got it right. Now the Dragons are back at the scrum play. Timmins taken by Campbell.
Let him go. Come on, hands off.
Cooper. Here's Riddell. Gets a push into the ruck from Kite. Then Withers. Now it's back to Head. Head dances away from Rodney and tries to drag another through the ruck. It's Gower. Play back to Withers. Withers for Barrett. Barrett dummies again. Then a great tackle from Martin Lang. Pulls him down. Played back for Timmins. They keep going to the right. Here's Riles. Trying to get... He gets it away. Thompson. Lance Thompson has scored. That's the try the Dragons wanted. Now they can see them. Now they're just up in front of them.
Oh, what a pass from Jason Riles. As he was going to ground, he got tackled by 1, 2, 3 Panthers. He knows Lance Thompson's there. Look at the flick. And Thompson threw the tiniest of holes.
Well, back here at Penrith Stadium, in front of what could be a record crowd, it's 30 points to 22. The Panthers leading, but the Dragons have this shot at goal to get them back to a converted try margin.
And good thing for Matthew Head is he's in not a dissimilar position to where he converted the last try. He can feed off that last success. He knows where he needs to put this. He's just got to get the execution right.
He's had the head bandaged while you were in a break, some of you people. You saw some blood coming from his head before the try. Now Matthew will try to convert the Lance Thompson try and bring them back to 6. He's got it. It's a great kick. Straight over the black dot. Matthew Head converts the try. 13 to go and 6 points the difference. Andrew.
And Ray, now we start to think about golden point extra time being a very real possibility. If that is the case at the end of 80 minutes, for the first period of extra time would be 10 minutes. If scores are still level after 10, they change ends and they just keep playing until we get a result. Bill Harrigan watching on and watching the referee now, Sean Hampstead, also under pressure, watching out for the teams creeping up inside the 10.
He uses desperation now, so the intensity's lifting. Sean's finally having to work in this game. He's got to keep working his 10 because that's where they'll try and creep up.
So the Dragons, they've been playing catch-ups all night. They trailed 24-0 at one stage. They trailed by 12 at half-time. Then it blew out again to 18. Now it's down to 6. Riddell, there's Cray about to come into the game. Head of the dummy half. Kite is the runner. And trampling over the top of them. Critters hanging on for dear life. Head goes outside the 40. Slides the ball away. Good ball to Barrett. Barrett now plays it back for Riddell. Riddell has a look up, sees where to kick the ball, puts it down towards the dead ball line. Oh, he gets a great bounce. Rooney, you'll be trapped in goal. Line drop out. Line drop out, possession will come back to the Dragons.
Yeah, things have turned around for both of these sides. In the first half, that kick from the Dragons would have gone dead in goal. And a tap kick on the 20-metre line for Penrith. Now they're getting some bounces. The ball, Rooney looked up. There was, 4 Dragons players in front of him, nowhere to go.
One of your prime aims in going into a final is to make sure that your last play options are good and effective. That kick came from 45 metres out from the Penrith line, and they've got a line drop out. It doesn't get much better than that.
Gower with the line drop out. It falls down to Barrett, and Riles goes charging back. 29 metres away from the line. Played it back to try scorer Lance Thompson, and Martin Lang hangs on. 9 changes for the Dragons have been made now by Nathan. His head finds Craig, loses the ball. And the scrum is going to be forced about 12 metres away from the line.
Well, Danny Galea has come up with one of the biggest tackles of the game. Ben Cray one-on-one is difficult to contain, but the lock forward, who has played plenty of centre for the Panthers, has hit his opposing lock forward with a beauty. And the momentum changes again.
Girdler.
Now I'm starting to think field goal, Ray, if they get in good position.
Wesson out to the 20-metre line. Lang trying to break through, reaches the 30-metre line. Priddis finding Fayoso.
Trainer just telling the sideline Martin Lang is gone. He's exhausted, has to come off.
So they'll bring Joel Clinton back into the game. And I don't think it'll be long before they give Trent Waterhouse another gallop. And there's the ball going dead off the boot of the captain. Lang comes off. He can't find any more. He's given everything that he's got. One more change made by the Panthers than the Dragons.
Yeah, big game, Martin Lang, 18 tackles, 19 hit-ups, and the turnaround in the Dragons' fortunes are coming around with a turnaround of possession. When Penrith led, there's a mistake there by the Dragons. When Penrith led 24-0, they had 75-25 possession rate. Now it's actually 50-50.
Fayoso, Pulatur it was, and now it is Wesser, just outside 20. Priddis to the 10-metre line.
Late in the count, keep an eye on Gower or Girdler.
So here it comes from Wharawira to Campbell to Gower, inside ball, Pulatua. Right in the middle of the park. Gower is going to pass. He does, wide for Girdler. There's the ball for Rooney. Rooney cuts back in, back to centre ground. Now he might be tempted. Priddis for Gower, and again he kicks. Hornby reading the play. Reading the play perfectly. Cooper, just inside the 20-metre line. Bailey, running at Campbell, who makes the tackle again. One-on-one, head-on. Simmons is taken by Galea. Now Riddell, head, Barrett, outside 40, running into Pulatua. Both matches tomorrow live. Full afternoon of Rugby League live on Sunday. Wesser gliding across. Broncos Storm, Dogs Cowboys tomorrow from 6:30 live. Rooney. No matter what the result, what a night of entertainment it has been. If you like a try, and there's been plenty of them tonight. Rugby League, high on entertainment. Roberts, Priddis, Gower, over halfway, offload, Rodney, support play, good. Campbell was with him. Priddis, dummy half, Campbell calling it. Priddis with the ball, he kicks for Campbell. The ball goes down towards the goal line. It's fielded by Simmons. Simmons meets Campbell, beats him, taken by Priddis. And is tackled eventually there by Galea, 10 metres out from the line before Hornby tries to make the break. 20 metres out from the Dragons line, Blacklock, taken by Clinton and Galea. Thompson running into a brick wall tackle, that time from Fayoso.
All right, Matt Cooper is the Dragons' leading try scorer this season. He hasn't touched the football for 15 minutes.
Barrett getting up, holding the head. That kick was from inside the 40, but it simply bounces around, does nothing before it's brought back by Penrith. 10 metres out from their own line by Amos Roberts. Wesser is with the ball. And they hit him hard. They try to jolt the ball free. Thompson and Cray. Rooney a run. Penrith wingers do this all the time. First one, then the other. 20 out from the line. Clinton. Taken by Thompson and Bailey. A little bit more than 5 minutes to go. Gower's kick is long, very long. Rolling away. It'll go dead, will it? No, he has to bring it back. And Gower is beaten in the tackle by Hornby, but he did enough to impede him for Prentice to make the tackle. That was brilliant work by Gower.
That's just about the best kick I've seen this season, maybe excluding a couple of 40-20s. But to get that length and to get it to pull up, they've got field position.
Blacklock a dummy half, then Barrett. This is Young. 30 metres out. Penrith calling on all their reserves.
And the Penrith faithful looking to bring their side home. They're raising the roof. Here they go.
Bailey, head to the blind side. The kick, fielded by Galea. Right on the halfway line. Tackled by Cray. That could have been anything. Rodney.
There are some very, very tired Penrith players out there. They're doing it by memory at the moment, but they are digging deep, hanging on.
I do think Gurge has got to get in and take the 1 point. Him or Gower. That would just about quell the opposition, I think. 5 to go. They couldn't score twice.
Clinton, 30 metres out from the line. Here's Fayoso. Their bench hasn't let them down. A couple of their bench players have been outstanding. Here's the shot. There's the shot from Gower. Referee Hampstead. Arm in the air. It's a point. It's a point for Penrith. And probably the opening weekend of finals. They become a winner. 31-24.
Yeah, that should be enough to wrap it up for the Penrith side tonight. They lead by 7. They could have done it 8 minutes ago, but it was probably too far out. But with 4 minutes remaining, perfect timing. And who better to kick it than the skipper, Craig Gower. Another big game for him tonight.
Didn't he hit it sweetly? The short kick-off here for the Dragons. The kicking coach, Greg Alexander, will be very happy with that one as the Dragons come up with the football through Cooper.
It paid off for them, but now time is very much against them. 3 minutes to go and 7 behind. Bailey, head, inside ball. Barrett, off his right foot, looks to find an opening, but Waterhouse is back on. There's a Panther down injured. Riddell, Hornby, head throws the dummy, gets it away. Young will score. Young scores about 10 metres off centre. 31-28 is the score.
And a very quick conversion coming up. Matthew Head getting in position immediately. We could have a 1 point ball game here. 2 minutes left on the clock. We'll take very little time with this one.
So Head with the ball placed and showing how quickly you can take a kick at goal. Now look at the scoreboard. 31-30. The Panthers over the Dragons and 2 minutes 20 to go.
Yeah, wonderful try. Never say die attitude. Lovely work by Matthew Head. Dean Young's played well tonight, and Penrith, they're taking an eternity to get back to the halfway line. Referee now calls time off, but good skills by Matthew Head over the head pass there.
Now, can the Dragons get far enough downfield to get into an attacking position with the kick? Either to put a point over, to put it into extra time, or to put the high kick up to contest with Wesser.
There's the kick-off by Girdler. Let's go to the sideline. Andrew.
They've got a few field goal kickers as well. The likes of Ben Hornby, Mark Riddell, Matthew Head, Trent Barrett. They can all kick the 1 points.
Bailey 10 metres out from his own line. 31 points to 30 the score. Ashton Sims out to the 20-metre line. Not quite. Good defence by Campbell again and Clinton. Here's Cooper now. Cooper tackled inside the 30-metre line. Riddell tries to set something going with Matthew Head. Then Riles, then Barrett, then Blacklock. Blacklock beating them. Twice he went through. Taken by Clinton. 35 metres out from the line. Riddell throwing dummies. Taking the tackles. 1.5 minutes of the game to go. 1 point the difference. There's a kick by Young. Wesser is there. Wesser takes the tackle. Tackle by Riles. Just over a minute of the game remaining. Rooney. Roberts, Lang, 40 metres out from his own line. Are they safe? Under a minute to go. Priddis, 31 to 30.
No passes, take out the intercept.
Priddis to play it, Wesser to run it. Over the halfway, running it Young and Sims. 5 tackles gone, 40 seconds remaining. Priddis, now for Gower. Gets the pass away after drawing the defence. Rodney, the ball has been lost. The Dragons have got the ball. Sims, it's a penalty. Penalty to the Panthers.
Sean Hampshire got a call here from the touch judge. It was touched by a Dragons defender. The ball bouncing around and the touch judge has ruled that the man who picked the football up in Ashton Sims was in front of the man who touched it in making the tackle.
So that's it. As they find the line, the crowd takes us out. 31 to 30. A cliffhanger of a game. What a way to open the finals. What a way to win a game of football.
Yeah, that's a great night of rugby league entertainment. 31 to 30 by the Panthers over the Dragons. 24-0 after 18 minutes. They've hung on by the skin of. Great effort by the Dragons to come back.